Welcome to Learn English Pronunciation Pro, the podcast that helps you speak English clearly, confidently, and correctly. I'm your host and pronunciation coach, Adam.
And I'm Sarah, your fellow English learner and practice partner. In each episode, we break down one tricky part of American English pronunciation so you can finally master it. And today, we're starting with the big one.
Oh, don't say it. I think I know what it is. Is it the letter that shall not be named? Chuckles. That's the one. Today, we are mastering the American R sound.
The R, I have a story about this. A few years ago, I was in a restaurant in California, a nice place, and I wanted to order a side of rice. Simple, right? So I confidently told the waiter, I'll have the chicken and a side of wice.
Wice?
So wice. He just stared at me, completely confused. I repeated it. Wice. The little white grains? He finally figured it out and said, "Oh, rice." I was so embarrassed. For the rest of the trip, I just pointed at the menu.
Maria, that story is so relatable. I guarantee thousands of our listeners are nodding their heads right now. The R sound is like the final boss of English pronunciation for so many people. It's not a trill like in Spanish or a tap like in Japanese. It's a completely different beast. But here's the good news. It's not magic. It's a physical skill. It's a workout for your tongue. And today, we're going to be your personal trainers.
Okay, I'm ready. Where do we start, Coach?
All right, let's get into it. The first thing to understand is that the American R is made in the back of your mouth. Many learners try to make it at the front, near the teeth, but that's where you get a trill or a flap. We need to go deeper. Now, there are a couple of ways native speakers make this sound, but we are going to focus on just one today, the bunched R. It's the most reliable way for learners to get a clear, perfect American R.
The bunched R. It sounds athletic.
It is. I want you to imagine your tongue is like a small, strong muscle. To make the bunched R, you're going to bunch up the main body of your tongue, pulling it high and back in your mouth. Think of your tongue making a little hill or a hammock shape inside your mouth.
Okay, so I'm pulling my tongue back.
Exactly. Now, here are the 3 golden rules for the bunched R. Everyone listening, pay close attention. Rule number 1, the sides of your tongue must press gently against the inside of your top back teeth, your molars. This creates a channel for the air to flow through the middle.
Okay, I can feel that. The sides of my tongue are touching my back teeth.
Perfect. Rule number 2, your tip of your tongue touches nothing. It's just floating in the middle of your mouth, pulled back with the rest of the tongue. If your tongue tip touches the roof of your mouth, you'll get a different sound. So let it float.
This feels so strange. My tongue wants to touch something.
I know, but that's the secret. And finally, rule number 3, your lips. For the R sound, your lips should be relaxed and maybe flared out just a little bit. They should not be tightly rounded or puckered like you're about to whistle. That tight circle is for the W sound, which is the R sound's evil twin.
So to recap, tongue bunched back, sides touching my top teeth, tip floating, and relaxed lips.
You've got it. And one last thing. It's a voiced sound, which means your vocal cords are vibrating. You should feel a little buzz in your throat. Try making a growling sound like a friendly tiger.
Rrrr. Hey, that feels tense. My tongue feels tight.
That's it. Tension is key. The R is not a lazy sound. That tension means you're doing it right. Okay. Now that we know the theory, let's build this sound from the ground up. We're going to use a little trick that connects a sound you already know to the new R sound. We're going to start with the long E sound, as in the word see.
E. Okay.
Everyone at home, do this with us. Say a long, stretched out E. Now, as you're making that sound, pay attention to your tongue. Can you feel how the sides are already high up and touching your top teeth?
E. Oh, yeah, they are.
That's our starting position. The E sound naturally puts your tongue in the perfect spot for the bunched R. Now here's the exercise. We're going to say E and, without stopping the sound or your breath, slowly pull your tongue straight back. The sound will magically transform into an R. Ready? Let's try it together. Ear.
Ear. Whoa!
Did you hear that? Let's do it again, nice and slow. Ear.
Ear. It really works.
It does. And what word did we just say? Ear. Ear. You just pronounced the word ear perfectly. Let's practice that a few more times. I'll say it, and you repeat. Ear.
Ear.
Good. Again, ear.
Ear.
Fantastic. This E to R slide is your new best friend. Whenever you're unsure, start with E and pull back. All right, team, warm-up is over. Let's take our new R sound out into the wild. We'll practice it in a few different positions. First, at the beginning of words. This is where your lips might round forward just a little bit, but still stay relaxed. Repeat after me, Maria, and everyone listening, say these out loud with us. Red.
Red.
Right.
Right.
Rock.
Rock.
Really.
Really.
Excellent. Now let's try it in what we call an R-colored vowel. This is where the R blends with a vowel to make one smooth sound. Let's try the R sound, like in car. Start with an open ah sound, like at the doctor's office, and then pull your tongue into that R position. R. Car. Your turn.
Car. Car.
Good. Far.
Far.
Park.
Park.
Great. Now for another one. The sound, as in her. This is the pure, tense R sound acting as the vowel. Her.
Her.
Bird.
Bird.
Work.
Wait, that one's hard. Work.
That's a tricky one. Let's break it down. Don't start with the W lip pucker. Start with your lips relaxed. Then make the R sound. Then add the K. Work.
Work. Okay, better.
Much better. That's a perfect example of how self-correction works. Now, let's put these into a few sentences. Repeat after me. Her red car is in the park.
Her red car is in the park.
I really want to work on the right words.
I really want to work on the right words.
Fantastic job. You're sounding clearer already. Okay, Maria, it's time to face your restaurant nemesis. The difference between rice and wice. This is the most common substitution for the R sound, turning it into a W.
The Y trap. I know it well.
The fix is surprisingly simple, and it's all about your lips and your tongue tension. Everyone listening, I want you to find a mirror if you can. A phone camera works too. We're going to compare these two sounds side by side.
Okay, I've got my phone. I'm looking at myself.
Great. First, let's make the W sound. Say the word white. White. Look at your lips in the mirror. See how they form a small, tight, puckered circle?
White. Yes, definitely. Like I'm about to kiss the camera.
Exactly. And your tongue is doing almost nothing. It's relaxed. Now, let's say the word right. Right. Look at your lips now. They should be neutral or maybe flared out a tiny bit, but not in that tight circle. And your tongue should be super tense and pulled back.
Right. Oh, wow. It's a completely different look. My lips are relaxed.
That's the entire difference. W is all about tight lips and a lazy tongue. R is all about relaxed lips and a tense, hard-working tongue. Let's drill some minimal pairs. I'll say both words, then you repeat. Rock, walk,
Rock. Walk.
red, wed.
Red. Wed.
And for the grand finale, rice, wice.
Rice. Wice. I can feel the difference, and I can see it.
That's the key. From now on, whenever you say an R word, think, relax my lips, tense my tongue. You'll never order wice again. All right, Maria, and everyone listening, you have done an incredible job today. You've learned the mechanics, you've warmed up, and you've practiced. But the real progress happens between episodes. So, I'm giving you your first weekly mission.
A mission. I accept.
Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is this. For the next week, I want you to be an R detective. Find 5 words with the R sound that you use in your daily life. It could be morning, friend, computer, water, car, anything. And every day, just once, I want you to practice those 5 words using our E to R warm-up. E, ear, friend. E, ear, morning. It will take you less than 1 minute.
I can do that. 5 words every day. My words will be report, project, manager, career, and really. Very useful for work.
Perfect choice. So, to summarize the big takeaways from today. 1. The American R is a bunched sound, made with the tongue pulled back. 2. The sides of your tongue touch your top teeth, but the tip floats and touches nothing. And 3. To avoid the W trap, keep your lips relaxed and your tongue tense.
Got it. That was so much clearer than any explanation I've had before.
That's the goal. Keep up with your mission, and you'll build that muscle memory. And be sure to join us next week, because we're going to tackle the R sound's other tricky cousin, the L sound. We'll learn how to say really and not leally. It's going to be another great workout.
I'll be here. Thanks for listening, everyone.
Until next time, keep practicing.